Late Night Ops TV. This the Late Night Ops here. Hey, Ralph Lauren was boring before I wore him. You know, but it's a shirt just given to me by my dad. Ralph Lauren was boring before I wore him. Uh, okay, so today, so I've done really good at not getting energy drinks that are like that. I've been good at not getting this one. And I've been getting it, and I'm like thinking, like, what am I doing to myself? And I was like, I seen a Tim Hortons commercial last night, and I realized that, yeah, just because I don't like to drink, just because I want something cold, does not mean that I have to do an energy drink. And it's not just Monsters, the Reigns, anything carbonated. I don't know why I do it to myself. I think, oh, adrenaline shock. It says natural, and I want to, it's like hooking your fucking adrenaline up to a fucking car battery or something. I'm like, hey, let's do it. And then I'm sitting there like, hey, my fucking stomach hurts. I'm not fucking 17, okay? I don't need to be drinking fucking Monsters. So I'm gonna really try. I'm gonna go get my caffeine, okay? I'm gonna go get my caffeine, but I'm gonna get the highest caffeine you can get, okay? And shout out to fucking chai tea, chai tea, chai tea. I'm coming home again. Yeah, chai tea. It has caffeine, but you gotta mix that fucking bitch in milk. And yeah, I mean, it's just crazy because there's all kinds of options for shit like that. Chai tea, you know, and if I could get I gotta make sure you can't be getting used to fucking, because yeah, I mean, Monster's 160 milligrams of caffeine. And you be living like Michael fucking Jackson off the wall after you have a Monster at one point, but then the world's like, hey, 200, 300. Well, guess what? The next 400 fucking energy drink that comes out, people are gonna be having fucking heart attacks and shit. But yeah, you know, it's like a young and reckless thing. Rob Dyrdek had a fucking fridge full of Monster, but he was getting paid by them, okay? Probably. And I'm not. So I don't need to have a fucking Monster. But I still like the colored ones. And yeah, this might not have been a good idea at all. Because, I mean, I've been eating pretty good, but doing that, fuck. So yeah, shout out coffee. We got some fun stuff to talk about. I learned a thing about Pepsi. And I learned that the Philippines, they fucking hate Pepsi. And they have a pretty insane reason to hate Pepsi. Also, the best-selling albums in total by artist, and I wrote that weirdly. What I was meaning is artists with the most total album sales. And I'm probably gonna have to check this list over because they have Michael Jackson at fucking 84 million. There's no way. Because I know Michael's over 100 million. It says a lot of conflicting data. It says like Michael and Paul McCartney are one of three solo artists that sold 100 million in a group and by themselves. I don't know. It's all technical. But maybe they're talking about just as like solo. But then they'd be just talking about the Beatles. And the Beatles, I never fucking opted into. Sort of close, way closer to my generation. Oasis is kind of my Beatles. And I don't see Oasis on any of that, but yeah, I mean the Beatles are obviously fucking bigger. Uh, but yeah, I don't really know why. I never fully opted into the Beatles. Maybe I mean, I know a couple. I took a fucking acid and listened to Yellow Submarine. Uh, and what else? Come Together, I like that. And I can't. Uh, Come Together. I'm sure there's others. I can't think of a lot of them. All I think of is like doing acid to the Beatles. And yeah, I mean, I never liked the fucking Beatle, the name even. Beatles. Beatles are fucking nasty. Okay, the Beatles. But yeah, shout out to the fucking Beatles for apparently being the #1 ever. But that's all to come. And yeah, let's opt in. Let's take a fucking 45-minute round trip to go get a coffee. Smoke a fucking cigarette. That's like a vine. I say the cigarette. You know, that's why this is how sensitive my fucking like self is. I'll be thinking, hey, if I stop smoking cigarettes, I might not even want to fucking get out of fucking bed. No, I'm half joking, but I do rely on a cigarette to like, yeah, like I said, it's like a vine getting me through the day. Swinging through. But yeah, here we go. Late Night Apps TV. It is aka January 14th, 2021. We got the Brownies joining the week of them being a good team. So it's fun. But you know, even if it ends this Sunday, which it probably will, they're playing Kansas City. But even if they win this Sunday or lose this Sunday, we still got next season to think about because it might not, it might not just be a fucking fluke. This might be the real deal here. The real dealio fucking Browns. And you know I'm ready for the fucking real dealio. So yeah, I want to enjoy it being all about the Browns this weekend. No Buckeye bullshit. And I may be a little, people be like, guy, you're fucking from here. Why do you not like Ohio State? It's like, look, I don't dislike Ohio State. I just don't give a fuck about college football. I want them to win, but I was also really hard on them because, look, I've known, even when I did watch college football, I knew that everybody fucking hated Ohio State. And didn't get why at the time, but I think I get it. It's because they fucking don't play anybody, and then they always end up in the championships and shit. And like I said yesterday, I remember, like I know they won a lot of championships during my like growing up, like watching them and stuff. But let me tell you, 90% of my memories are fucking, soaking up the fucking tears after you lose. I remember them losing every big fucking game. They never pulled it off. So yeah, sorry, Ohio State, I'm damaged. You broke our hearts too many times, and now we don't believe, okay? But nah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I can't fully opt into college. But I'm trying to give it a shot. Because they got a lot of different locations, a lot of cities. But I just like the history of the NFL. And I also watched a thing about the 7 or 6 wildcard teams that have went to win the Super Bowl. So maybe we'll talk about that a little bit. And yeah, that's another thing. When I was younger, I don't think I realized how historic the Ravens, like 2000 Ravens or 2001 Ravens or whatever, that era. I don't think I realized how fucking dominant like that defense was. That's probably the greatest defense that I've ever been alive to see. So it's pretty cool. I remember Ray Lewis being my guy. And yeah, I mean, they're just fucking monsters. Like, you know, it makes sense, a scary raven. But alright, I'm gonna go get properly caffeinated with coffee and milk. And no carbonated, no fucking monster, okay? No carbonated energy drinks. Alright, Lno TV, this is January 14th. January, you suck. But we're getting through. Shout out, here we go. This is the late night ops making okay decisions. I went and got a fucking La Colombe coffee draft triple shot. And yeah, I noticed a major fucking difference. This guy, I gotta stay away from the fucking carbonated shit. You know another thing I did? So this always seemed like some like bitch move. But okay, so you know how people put fucking cucumbers on their eyes? I was like, alright, look. You're not at a fucking spa. You're not a fucking I don't know, whatever they would think about it. But I was like, fuck it. So I cut up some, I looked up how you do it. It's pretty fucking simple. You just cut a ½ inch cucumber and you put it on your fucking eye for 15 minutes. And let me tell you, it is the most, I don't know, it feels fucking amazing. It feels so good and like so natural. I can't really explain it. You just gotta do it. And yeah, you know, I'll be that fucking late night, looking like a fucking raccoon ops sometimes, so, I don't want to be worried about that, but you know, I gotta make up for the cigarettes. And that's why I'll be into some fucking, like, anti-wrinkle shit or something, cause fuck. I don't want to be the fucking wrinkle ops. And you know, see, this is the thing. I will probably regret this, but I'm gonna say that, yeah, I mean, I don't give a fuck. I'm smoking cigarettes till the day I fucking die. Or the day I'm not able to do it no more. Because I mean, it's just fucking one of the best joys. A fucking cigarette. And maybe that's just because I haven't experienced real fucking joy yet. But in my little world, cigarettes are such an important thing. But I mean, they make me happy. But yeah, I mean, you know, there's a fucking mafia guy who died with a cigar in his mouth. I forget his name. But yeah, I mean, fuck it, you know. Hey, a cigarette's better than a cigar. But yeah, that's why I be like fucking brushing my teeth like crazy, putting wrinkle shit on, lotion, fucking doing everything I can to try and smoke as long as I fucking can. Cause you know, didn't Larry King smoke for like 30 years and then he stopped? And look at him, he's fucking like 97 fucking years old. Shout out to Betty White, who is 99. If I lived to 99, fuck, I would be. I can't even imagine how happy it would feel to be like 90 and knowing you did a cool fucking life, you did everything you wanted, you lived a long time, and then you're just literally sitting around like, I can do anything I fucking want. I can do anything. Nothing. I mean, if I die, then it's fucking just how it's supposed to be. And I mean, that's kind of how I'm approaching this. But yeah, I don't want to feel like shit, so it's definitely not good to keep with the energy drinks. But yeah, I mean, the cucumber on the eye thing. Now, yeah, I mean, I don't want to seem like some fucking bitch, but it definitely is a big deal. And yeah, it felt fucking amazing. it felt so good, and I don't know how to explain it. It's like one of the most natural like things I've done that just feels fucking amazing. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna probably do that more, and I don't really notice. I don't really know if there's a difference, but you know, I'll be that fucking sideways fucking eye ops, dead eye ops. You know, I was born and my eyes like, hey, I'm fucking dead. So shout out to my eye, and shout out to the fact that I forgot my notes. So hang tight. Shout out to my chair for being fucking shit. That's why I'm always moving, because I can't fucking sit right. So shout out to my chair. Okay. So I'm gonna try to free ball this, alright? So Pepsi, okay, they launched a thing in the Philippines in the 90s, okay? And it was called the Number Fever campaign. So what they do is they have a bunch of bottle caps with, it's like the golden ticket kind of thing, where they have a bunch of bottle caps, they call a number, if you got that number, then you fucking win. So this is why the Philippines hates Pepsi now. So they ended up calling, they launched it successfully in the US, and then they ended up calling a number in the Philippines a winning number that had already been a number. So there was already 60,000 of them printed. And then everybody was out the woodwork finding 349. That's the number they got called that was already called. So you got thousands of people with bottle caps saying, we won $1 million. So they had people dancing in the fucking streets in the Philippines. Because I guess like 1,000,000 pesos is equal to like $68,000. And they were saying like the average income over there was like $100 a month. So $68,000 is like wealth beyond their belief. Anything they could believe. And yeah, Pepsi was like, fuck, yikes. So once they see people dancing in the streets with bottle caps, like thousands of people, they were like, all right, something's fucking wrong. So they ended up not paying the people that much money, because it's like, you know, a lot of money, but it is Pepsi. So they got together with a guy, and they tried to sue Pepsi for $400 million. Pepsi ended up only paying out $10 million to certain people, and it's pretty much never been settled. Now look, and yeah, after they did that, Pepsi was pretty much officially in the dust as far as like the competition with Coke. Pepsi still, they got the Pepsi halftime show. People still like Pepsi, NFL, here in America. But they were saying over in the Philippines that people hate Pepsi over there now because they see them as like a symbol of America just being greedy and stomping on a third world country. Over a mistake, and I get it, they want their money, but it's also like, I don't know, it was a mistake. Do I think they should have paid out these people? Not really exactly. I mean, I feel bad for them. I think they should get more help. But I wouldn't necessarily say that Pepsi has to be the fucking rescue team over there. I mean, it's a good campaign. They say that sales went from like 10 million, like 14 million or something. And then, yeah, after that, they call it the fucking Cola Wars of the 90s. And Pepsi pretty much lost out after that. And they say that people in the Philippines today are still affected by it. And they say that, like, people of a certain age in the Philippines won't drink a Pepsi. So, they never got paid. And people hate Pepsi over there. So I think it's kind of interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they should have paid out. I don't know if that. I mean, Pepsi can't be the fucking rescue team over here, but here in America, we still love Pepsi. I still love Pepsi, but you know, I'm the can't carbonate ox, so I can't be carbonating. But yeah, I mean, I still want to try the fucking major melon Mountain Dew. That's a Pepsi product. Yeah, I mean, something about Pepsi is just more exciting, more fun. But if you ask the people in the Philippines, they'd be like, hey, Pepsi, fuck you. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of interesting. And apparently the Philippines can really affect the market. So you're going to find me being retarded here. Oh, the Philippines. Okay, so the Philippines is just like a little island off China, basically. So they're basically like Chinese. And yeah, ad campaigns like that can basically go severely wrong. I mean, but you think about the sales that they took during that time, and if they just didn't, the sales increase at that time got them on top. But what they fucked up by telling all these people they won, and then they expect money. And I get it, you know, you're being told by a giant corporation that they can't pay you nothing. But yeah, I mean, Philippines, don't hate Pepsi, alright? It was a fuck up campaign. But I mean, hey, what do I fucking care? If people in the Philippines are drinking fucking Pepsi. But yeah, I mean, shout out to Pepsi. Um, I'm still waiting for your hot fucking cocoa or Coca-Cola flavor. You know, am I just destined to be fucking gray? Even my hat's fucking gray. My hat looks like my fucking hair. So shout out. And this just in. Urban Meyer is in advanced talks with the Jaguars to be their next head coach. Now, Jacksonville, they went 1-15. Okay. And they were like, hey, Gardner fucking Minshew, you're probably done over there. So shout out to Urban Meyer, you know, he's urban. His brother fucking Rule fucking Meyer. And, you know, they're coming down to Jacksonville, okay? They're opting down to Jacksonville. And maybe the Jaguars can be fucking good. And hey, shout out. I'm almost wearing Jacksonville colors. So shout out. Jacksonville. You know what Kanye says? Ralph Lauren was born. Oh, I already said that. But Ralph Lauren was born before I wore him. And my dad gave it to me. Hey. Shout out to Urban Meyer. Congratulations. Probably gonna have a long time career as an NFL coach, because this guy, you know, and it's only right. Well, that seems perfect for him, because wasn't he the Florida guy? You know, wasn't he? If so, that's kind of weird too. Urban Meyer, Florida. I swear that's the guy. Yeah. So he beat our ass with the Gators, and then he's like, all right, let me help him out. Let me get these motherfuckers a fucking college championship or whatever you fucking call it. So shout out Urban Meyer. Welcome to the NFL. Welcome to the real league. Let's see how you fucking do. Urban swerving in the Chevy fucking Suburban. Alright? Urban Meyer. He's gonna go fucking, you know, he don't want to be fucking Urban retired Meyer. He's fucking Urban Jaguar Meyer now. So shout out. That's a big fucking deal. So shout out to Urban Meyer. And you know, you gotta take Jacksonville. Get him away from fucking Gardner Minshew, who I think was cool. And you know, I followed him on Twitter. And you know, he turned out to be a fucking fluke. But you know, sometimes all that hype around a player, can backfire. Because people were really hyping this guy up, and I kind of fed into the hype, I guess. You know, what's that Public Enemy song? Don't believe the hype, okay? But you know, I'm kind of hyping Urban Meyer, but I'm thinking, hey, this guy knows what he's fucking doing. And if fucking Pete Carroll can go from USC, I mean, there's probably a million fucking college coaches that go to the NFL. Because, I mean, that's just how it goes. They start out teaching a fucking youth fucking football team, and then they go find a fucking shitty college, and then they go get a better college, and then they go to the NFL. So that seems to be the path for an NFL coach. Shout out to the Jacksonville Jaguars making fucking moves over here. Making fucking moves. Shout out to Jacksonville. I'll be rooting. And maybe that'll be the team that, you know, I say I pick a team that I just kind of like hope for, and I go, hey, I wish you guys the fucking best. But I'm not, you know, a fan, but I wish you the best, and I'm rooting for you. The Seahawks and Raiders were my teams this year. Maybe next year it'll be Jacksonville, and I still want to root for the Raiders because I like John Gruden. But yeah, I mean, Raiders, you moved to Las Vegas, you know, you're the opposite of fucking Sheryl Crow. You're not leaving Las Vegas. You're going to Las Vegas. So shout out to the Raiders. They built the fucking biggest stadium, and then they just fucking suck. Now they didn't really suck, but there's definitely stuff that needs to happen there. I would love to see a time in my era where the Raiders are fucking awesome. That would be cool. So shout out Urban Meyer, and congratulations. And hopefully you can bring Jacksonville back, because they are a young little team. You know, in the 90s, they had like a cat fucking opts into the NFL. Fucking Jaguars, the Panthers. So they're both very young teams. So yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, they don't have a Super Bowl, but they're very young, so pretty cool to see. And yeah, shout out to Urban Meyer. Alright, this is the late night ops. We've reached the more relaxed end of the show here. I didn't want to go over the best-selling total artist albums, because I do not believe these are right. There's no way that Michael is 784 million. I know he sold more albums than that. Talking about the greatest artist to ever fucking live. But just for the fuck of it, here's the list, okay? So number 1, the Beatles, 183 million, and this is total albums. Garth Brooks, which might surprise a lot of people, 156 million. Now, the reason I think Garth Brooks is so big is because he kind of transcends fucking country. I mean, he's one of those artists that no matter where your background or whatever, you can pretty much opt into some Garth Brooks. And yeah, I mean, people kind of forget about Garth Brooks, and I think that's because of the fact that he did all that stuff where uh, copyright stuff where he can't put his music on YouTube. It's not on anything to stream, you just have to buy it. So that definitely contributed, but he's still a great. Elvis, who I do not fucking like. I talk a lot of shit about Elvis. 145.5 million. The Eagles at number 4, 120 million. I do like some of the Eagles stuff, but I haven't probably listened to or heard enough of it, to be honest. But yeah, the Eagles I do know, I really like. One of These Nights, that's a great song. Number 5, Led Zeppelin. Now, I don't really know, I can't even think, if I were to hear a song, I would probably be like, oh, but I wouldn't even know it's Led Zeppelin, so I can't even think of a Led Zeppelin song, but obviously I probably would know Led Zeppelin songs. Billy Joel, number 6. Oh yeah, Led Zeppelin, 111.5 million. Number 6, Billy Joel, the fucking Uptown boy, right? The best Billy Joel song that I know, I think it's Billy Joel. It's Still Rock and Roll Me. I fucking love that. Everybody's talking about the New South Funny. But yeah, that's a great. And then my guy, Michael, MJ, 84 million. Now I know that can't be right, because I know that I just seen a chart that said that total his whole life he sold 226 million. So he's got to be the greatest selling artist of all time, and nothing will ever beat Billie Jean, even though technically they want to certify the fucking Eagles' greatest hits as the fucking greatest selling album of all time. Motherfucker, it's got to be a real album, okay? It can't be a greatest hits. That upsets me. Elton John, shout out to Elton John. After I saw Rocket Man, I got into a pretty big Elton John phase because that movie's pretty kick-ass. A couple scenes that I was like, whoa, didn't want to see all that, but overall, a great movie. And yeah, definitely, I know a lot more Elton than Billy Joel. AC/DC, and he sold 79 million total. And then number 9, AC/DC. Now, AC/DC, I just find fucking corny because of growing up and people in school always just flipping out about AC/DC. I'm like, alright. So there's some fucking guy in fucking a school uniform, and he looks like he's wearing a little fucking boy's school uniform, and he's screaming and shit. And I just never thought it was that fucking cool, to be honest. And yeah, that pretty much taints my whole view of AC/DC. I just see them as like kind of corny. But I probably piss a lot of people off saying that, but that's just the world out of my fucking lenses. That's the thing. We all see things differently. I see AC/DC as kind of corny. Number 10, Pink Floyd. Number 1, something I know about them is Hello, is anybody in there? I think that's them. That used to be one of my friends' like favorite songs to get high to, and it does make sense because you're just in there high like, and acid too. They're like, is anybody in there? You're like, it's not if you can hear me. Is there anyone home? Yeah, so that's a great, but I don't really know a lot of Pink Floyd, and they are at 75 million. AC/DC 75 million as well. So shout out, but we all know Michael is the greatest artist of all time. You know, no denying. And yeah, I think the world needs some Michael in it right now. Just about happiness and I don't know. There's just nobody that has a vibe like him. Nobody talented like him. He can do it all independently or in a group. And he is just undoubtedly the greatest of all time. The greatest of all time. Michael Jackson. Rest in peace. I don't know what you think of this world today, but it probably make you fucking cry. But we gotta be smiling. So, shout out. Yeah. So, yeah. This is Lno TV. It's January 14th. We're about to bask in the fucking glory of the NFL playoffs and bask in the glory of the Browns being involved. So shout out to the Browns. We'll see. It's exciting to actually have a fucking big game on the line for them. So we'll see. But I don't want to get my hopes up because, look, it is fucking Kansas City, all right? I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm just saying it's Kansas City, and I pretty much think that, yeah, Kansas City's probably going to win the Super Bowl again. They're kind of like the new fucking Patriots, it seems. So shout out to KC kicking ass, but, you know, the Browns, if the Browns beat Kansas City, then we are fucking major. Come on, homie, we major. But yeah, even if they don't, you know, just beating the Steelers in the playoff games pretty fucking nice. And there's always next season for it. So I sound like a fucking Buckeye fan, huh? But yeah, put some fucking cucumbers on your eyes. Relax. It's a crazy world, but holy fuck. Like Michael says, enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself with me. So just enjoy yourself. It's a fucking crazy world. This is Late Night Ops TV, Late Night Ops Pod, Late Night Ops Media. This is the Late Night Ops, Aaron Jacobson himself. Opting around. Shout out to fucking La Colombie. I'll learn how to say ya. Okay? I'm sorry. And good idea on this thing. I don't really know the purpose of it. Oh. Maybe it's because it's a small cancer. They're like, take a little bit. Probably something I could learn to do. Because I'll be like chugging caffeine. Like, God, pace yourself. Okay? So pace yourself. Brace yourself. Embrace yourself. This is the Late Night Ops. And I'll see you for Late Night Ops Pod.